you in on the importance of 21st century skills. What are they? Why are they so critical to the current students or students of this century, students of the modern world? And what are they? So generally, the 21st century skills refers to the knowledge, the life skills, the career skills, the habits, the traits, the attitudes, the dispositions, and generally the general mindset that are critically important for student success in today's world, particularly as students move on to college, the workforce, and into your adult life as a student. You may be wondering, why am I even bothering to make this video? I am doing this because this is of great importance. It is so crucial that whatever it is you're going to be doing in your adult life or in college forward, by that time, because I'm assuming right now you're in your high school, or if you're watching this video as a student who is in primary level or middle and elementary levels. Sorry, not elementary really, this is a bit more complex for elementary or nursery. But if you're watching this as a parent and you have sons and daughters who are teenagers, and just of course every parent wants the best for their child, so it is critical that this information gets to the kids, because as a teacher who has taught around the world, I think it's very critical that I felt like bound to, like it's almost like in me to just be able to disseminate this information out there, because I still care about all the kids out here in the world, and I feel like this is something that should be deliberately done at classroom level if it is not being done yet. Or if you're lucky to be in a school that is, or in an education system that is looking towards making sure that students are engaged into being able to hone these skills through their daily activities in the classroom, then that is quite impressive, because that is what should be happening. Otherwise, students are going to be wasting away and then end up struggling to get accommodated into the needs and the expectations of the current world. This is Teacher Angie of Mentor Generations. Welcome. If you haven't subscribed to this video, please do so, because to this channel, please do so, because it is of great importance that you get all the information herein. It is of importance that you watch this video too to the end, because you cannot miss this. It is a must watch. Welcome. I know you may be asking yourself, how does the activities you do in school connect to the 21st century skills, if any? Well, if you have had exposure to assignments or activities that are embracing a lot of high order thinking skills, the skills that require you to analyze, to apply information, which most students, by the way, fear, because it requires understanding of concepts, which is the basis of foundational knowledge of all the units you learn, and good ones, or the ones that are authentic, enable you to apply some of this to real life scenarios, so that then you're able to make meaning out of what you learn in the classroom. So high order thinking skills generally are traced back to the old ages, where Socrates and Plato, these were wise men of old. They were majorly engaging in problem solving, which was linked to critical thinking, and many times it has been well researched that high order thinking skills promote success and achievement in students, and it gives them a wealth of knowledge and skills that is transferable, which means you can apply them to real life. And there has been a lot of debate on different methods of applying this in class. Some of them include problem-based learning, where you do, or project-based learning to a lower level, because problem-based learning is more involving, it has more activities in the classroom. And I don't want to sound boring by this, but you need to listen to this as a student, as a parent, as a teacher. Ask yourself, are you preparing your child or the students or your kids to be able to stand in the current world that is very dynamic, very involving, and just needs students to not just be into an arena of memorizing facts and recall. Fine, there's a bit of that too, but most of it should be on high order thinking skills, which enable students to develop their thinking skills. And students who have been exposed to this have demonstrated tremendous growth over time. Now, onto those skills. What are they? What are the skills that are the 21st century skills? Now, these skills involve such as critical thinking skills. That is one of them. This one majorly involves being able to analyze situations. As a student way back in college, I remember there's a time that there was a strike at the college, and a time comes when you just have to use it. We had a unit in college called critical thinking. And I want to really appreciate the fact that this is one of the courses that I did in college at the first semester. And this empowered me to be able to make critical decisions based on analysis of my own situation. I did not have to think and ask people around and want to, make a decision based on based on others' decisions, which of course shielded me from the aspect of peer pressure, which is very common in the places where peers are gathered. So one of them is critical thinking, like I said, I was still giving an example, sorry. So I was able to decide for myself that, look, there's a strike coming up. I know sometimes it gets messy. I'm not going to, and at that time I had a test coming up. So I was like, wait, should I wait? I tried to call my professor, my lecturer, and I couldn't get them on phone. So I made a decision. I said, okay, I can do this test another time, and my reason would be legitimately there was an upcoming strike at the college. So yes, I decided that I was going to go away from college, just a distance away, where we had residential places for students, and not in the college, because I didn't want to be caught up in the tear gassing and everything. I did my college in Kenya, so basically you know how it goes sometimes. So yeah, it helped me that day. And yes, it got messy. My friends lost their stuff as in the chaos and everything. And it's just one of the examples of why critical thinking just is an important skill, which you can learn even at high school level, which is what is required right now to be able to apply into real life situations, making decisions, analysis. The other one is creativity. Being creative right now, some people have had very high paying jobs and earned lots of money because out of creativity, be it in artwork, be it in speech, just bringing creativity alive. Look at TikTok and what's going on there. Look at Facebook Reels, look at YouTube itself. Look at these things are out of mere creativity and just bringing that alive. So being able to do things from different perspectives is a really important skill right there. The other one is communication skills. You must be able to communicate clearly and well to whoever you're communicating with, and that's an important skill. No matter where you are in the world, you have to communicate. You have to learn to communicate. So that is honed in class. When your teacher gives you an assignment, do it your best. If it is about presenting that assignment in your classroom, take it up, students. I'm urging you, this is important. Take it up, participate, do it well. Well, the other one is problem solving, and in problem solving, this could be through scenarios in the classroom that the teacher gives you, and you come up with a solution to the problem. Some of you, if you're keen, you will notice that even the people who make a lot of money in this world in the modern world right now, are people who are problem solvers. When you're solving a problem, you're creating jobs for people, you're meeting a need. Why shouldn't money follow you ideally? So problem solving is another very important skill right there. The other one should be perseverance. I mean, every good thing requires effort, and it requires you to remain resilient. I want you to recall, even during COVID, a lot of people honed their perseverance skills right there, because things were not looking so good, if you can recall. And yeah, being able to persevere and achieve your goals is an important skill. Collaboration, working together with others. No man is an island. That's a common saying. It is true. In collaboration, the teacher will give you work to do in groups. Do not be that student who is sitting on the fence and saying, oh, so and so will do it. Me, I'm just waiting to be graded based on other students' effort. Ask yourself, what are you doing that is making the group stronger? What are you contributing to the group? It is said that in unity we stand, divided we fall. Be that strength in the group. Work together as students. Take those group assignments seriously that the teacher gives you. Make sure you follow through with them, because even at the workplace, you're going to be working with your team members. You're going to be working with your bosses. You're going to be working with other people. It's important to hone those skills when at school. Information literacy in this era of fake news and stuff. You must be informed. You must be able to sieve through fake news and real news, true news. There's a lot that just information is just flowing freely out there. You must be able to know which is which and be able to really tell black from white. Technology and digital literacy. This reminds me of a time just after high school I went through short courses of computer studies, and that was just at the very basic, and this helped me all through, because you can see right now everything is online. I really want to appreciate my parents taking advantage of that, because I think this really prepared me to be able to fit into the modern world where everything is tech, everything is digital. Things are shifting from lots of paperwork and stuff. It's important, students, just to emphasize on that. Yes, global awareness. We know that the world is becoming one very small global village. You've heard of people say how they have breakfast in one continent and cross over to have lunch in another and then dinner in another. The world is becoming at our fingertips. You can access anything in the world just by that phone in your hands. And even the problems that we have, some of them are global. Look at issues of pollution. Look at COVID when it came. It was a global thing. Look at issues of sustainability. If we have one country, if we have countries working together, then it's a common solution that we are looking for to make the earth a better place. So there's that global awareness aspect. Are you broad-minded? Are you looking at a broader scale of things, or you're just limited to your own environment and situation? Global awareness is very key to your success as a student right now. Think on a global scale. And yes, innovation and thinking skills. Sometimes it is of great gain when you're able to innovate and come up with new ways of doing things, better ways, make it better. Do your assignments better than the rest, come up with ways of doing things. Think about your thinking also, because that is an important skill that you need to have in this century. And self-direction. Be self-directed. Don't be this person who, if your boss looks the other way, you're not doing what you need to get done. If your teacher gives an assignment and walks out for a minute, you're there busy talking and saying and distracting all the other students around you, near you. That is not self-direction. Self-direction is doing the right thing at the right time without supervision. In your CVs, some of you, when you're done with high school and you're headed to college and you're looking for jobs, your CVs, I'm sure you're going to be adding this very important thing called work under minimal to no supervision. Self-direction is how you get to that point where you get things done because they need to get done. Now, social skills and responsibilities. Before I move to that, self-direction, when your parents get you to do chores in the house, do them whether they're there or not. Be this kid who's responsible. Self-direction is very key. It is honed at a young age, and it will help you in your adult life. Social skills and responsibility. It is important to, interact with your peers, learn from them, be responsible in your interactions. And yes, self-efficacy, being able to bounce back. We know mental illness is real. Mental health is important for your success, and being able to bounce back from a really bad traumatic situation is an important skill to have. Don't let it break you down. Always get back because you got this. So yes, those are some of the major 21st century skills that I hope you hone, and it is in my interest to teach you all these things throughout my classes all going forward. Thank you. Subscribe